Right now, let's welcome Microsoft President Brad Smith and Mark Murphy, who's the president and CEO of the Green Bay Packers. And gentlemen, welcome to both of you. I want to talk a lot about this new initiative that you have. This is a new league that you're forming. It's called the Equity League. And Brad, why don't you explain what it is?
Yeah, well, first, I think the credit really goes to Mark. It was his idea to build on a partnership that the Packers and Microsoft created a couple of years ago called Titletown Tech. It's a venture fund, an incubator for startups located next door to Lambeau Field in Green Bay. It's got $25 million of capital behind it already. But the big step today is the creation of what is being called the Equity League. It brings together not just the Packers and Microsoft, but the Milwaukee Brewers, the Milwaukee Bucks, and it will, as you mentioned, Becky, focus on providing investment capital to Black and Latinx entrepreneurs. The interesting thing today is that only 2% of venture capital goes to Latinx founders, only 1% goes to Black founders. This is an opportunity to start to change that.
Mark, this was your brainchild. Why did you think this was necessary? Why now?
Well, I don't think I can take all the credit. I have to give a lot of credit to Craig Dickman, who is manager director of Titletown Tech. And he had identified through, as Brad was describing, Titletown Tech, that there were a number of these companies that were led by Blacks and Hispanics and just didn't quite fit into for one reason or another, and he just identified that there was a real, obviously he saw the need and he thought we could address it. You know, the other thing I would say, Becky, this is something professional sports and society has been dealing with a long time. I think particularly for us in the NFL, you know, it goes back to the Colin Kaepernick kneeling. And, you know, I think, you know, obviously these are huge societal issues. We wanted to bring attention to them. And I think what really kind of pushed us past just protest and bringing attention was what happened this summer here in Wisconsin with the shooting of Jacob Blake. I think all three of our professional teams were impacted by it. I think the Bucks actually, refused or canceled a playoff game. Our players canceled practice. And so the more we started thinking about it, we really let's do something about this rather than just talk about it. And that was kind of I would say the start or the seed for the Equity League. And and obviously Microsoft has been tremendous. The partnership we've had with them, and this is, as Brad said, this is an extension of what we started about a year and a half ago with Titletown Tech, and we're really excited about the impact that this can have.
Hey, Mark, when I first heard about Titletown Tech, I have to say I thought it was a little bit of strange bedfellows to have the Green Bay Packers together with Microsoft. How did you guys meet? How did this come together to begin with?
Well, I'll let Brad talk a little bit about it. We're very fortunate. Obviously, you know, Microsoft has a great relationship with the league. They do an awful lot on the field with technology. But, you know, Brad has roots in Wisconsin. He's from just south of Green Bay in Appleton. And, you know, we're just very fortunate to have a company like Microsoft and a leader like Brad to see the need. And, you know, I think the fact that Brad, quite honestly, is a Packer fan was helpful as well. But he has to be careful living in Seattle talking about that.
That's right, Becky. I mean, in 2017, we created a program called TechSpark. And the purpose of it is to invest in 6 mostly less urban communities around the United States, to really partner with the local communities to really understand better how we could put technology to work, to serve the economic needs of people outside the major urban areas. And so we looked around, and one of the places we considered a few years ago was Green Bay and Appleton. Mark was very gracious. We arrived in Green Bay. He spent time showing us around Lambeau Field. We sat down and talked, and we said, gee, could we do something together? And you're right, we are sort of strange bedfellows, but we bring different things, different areas of expertise. And I think we've also found that we sort of have a common culture, a real focus on the community. And one of the interesting things that both the Packers and Microsoft did in 2018 is we each committed to put $5 million to start the Titletown Tech Venture Fund. and we each committed that we would plow back into philanthropy all of our returns from these investments. So I think that says something about where we're both coming from and what we're both trying to accomplish.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.